Hi, welcome back to those who have been here before, and welcome to those new to the Odd Holloway. During my second week of ArtFight, I didn't draw as many attacks as I did the first week, though I know I don't need to draw something every week, nor do I need to make completely finished pieces. I have enough fun with each to push myself to finish them beyond just a sketch. Before we move on, like in my last video, every artist featured here will be linked down in the description. Please do give these talented artists a visit, and maybe even send a few attacks their way. I really have so much fun just looking through others' galleries, and maybe you would enjoy that as well. Now, just as we took a look at the status of the teams last week, let's have a look at their progression once again from the second week. So far, Comedy has kept its lead at 34%, Tragedy holding on to second at 33%. Mystery, on the other hand, gained a rise from 31 to 32%, and is rapidly increasing toward Tragedy's position. I don't know how it's going to look by the end of the third week, but we might see a takeover of Mystery in second place. For this week in defenses, we have first up this very lovely piece submitted July 13th by StazinLord, scoring a clean 20 points for Team Tragedy. Strange, I don't think I've been attacked once by Comedy. I really love to see traditional art. I like the use of colors here, especially the shading on the skin, and Wilder looks so adorable in this style. Thank you so much, StazinLord. Now this second attack wasn't directed at me, rather I was caught up in a volley of sorts, it being a friendly fire on my part. From the artist CJS Arts, directed at another user who goes by Morty Prime, this work, of a bunch of other Rick and Morty characters, scored a massive 291.5 points for our Team Mystery. Now in observing all the characters included here, I noticed a Rick called Librarian Rick by the artist the attack was directed toward, adjacent to Library Rick in the picture. They are both oddly similar in a way, Librarian Rick's universe address being J-377. The fact that I was so close to giving Library the universe address K-377 rather than the one I settled on, which is K-355, would have made this even more uncanny. I kind of wish I stuck with the original address for mine so they could be alphabetical neighbors in a way, but oh well. The artist did a very good job here. All the expressions, the line art, colors, I'm eating up this style. Thank you for the effort you put into this for us, CJS Arts. Now this week I only found the time to make 2 attacks. The first attack this week was a revenge for Dyingvictoriangirl's drawing of Leland with their OC Tronny. I saw this little guy's sunset version, and I suddenly had an idea for them. I absolutely love drawing clouds. I may not be the best at it, though I always love spending hours drawing them. This one was an absolute treat to draw. At some point in the beginning, though, I realized that it didn't fully resemble the character I was basing this on, but I'm actually happy with how this came out in the end. The next one was another revenge, a friendly fire aimed at Dredgenchart for their drawing of Runaway Rick, with their R&M OCs Orion Rick and Kuiper Morty. This one unfortunately suffered from Autodesk Sketchbook crashing while recording the final part for this, completely deleting the final video and rewinding some of my progress. So there is a jump cut toward the end of this speed paint. I also didn't record the sketch progress of this because I was kind of feeling self-conscious that day about how I draw people. But, as you can see here, I pretty much immediately realized that the constellation for Orion almost matched with how he was positioned here already, so I just kind of went with it. Rather than trying to fit the constellation in the background somewhere, I just drew it over him. This one I struggled with because I decided to lock the rotation of the canvas to hopefully reduce the likelihood of motion sickness from viewing this. Though I don't think it really mattered anyway, I don't know. All in all, I think this turned out fine. Maybe not my best piece, though it was experimental in a way. Regardless, I still had a fun time drawing this one. I love the star aesthetic on characters. Anyway, that's it for now on my attacks. 100% made by a human, no AI slop will be found on this channel, guaranteed. Now moving on to my battle ratios for this week. Right now I'm at an even 50, with 3 friendly fires and 3 attacks against 6 defenses. It's not much of an increase from last week, though I still really had fun making the pieces that I did. And now for the final section in this video. Like last week, I introduced 2 new characters into my roster, this time 2 original characters, again from my story concept Wilder and the Runaways. This is Haley, also known as 5, for her love of cartoon stars and just the number in general. I forgot to include that each member of the band has a nickname, Leland's being Dragonfly. Haley is the youngest member, being 16, and despite the theme of their band, she is the only member with a curfew. She looks up to Leland as an older sibling, having grown up with them, originally copying their style too similarly before she found her own. She's a bit on the wild side and spunky, definitely a little bit too much energy at times for some of the older members in her band. And according to my sister, which is canon now, Haley comes up with these one-liners either to snap back at somebody or just something said in the moment that could make sense if you think about it, but could definitely leave someone stumped in the moment. Her possessions are an old keyboard she and her parents found at a yard sale, and a stuffed magpie called Sir Valentine. This is Neptune, the oldest member at 22. Though his actual name is Caden, he prefers just to be referred to by his nickname. He had a rough upbringing, though despite this, he has a gentle personality and is often found sewing and mending the band's clothes. This earned him the moniker Big Sis by the other members. It's kind of funny, just imagine one of them saying that their big sis is gonna beat you up, only for it to be a huge 6-foot guy. His possessions are a drum set he found and refurbished, and a wicker sewing basket and supplies. Well, that wraps it up for this week. Thank you for stopping by and good luck in battle.